Hi parents, this video is for you and your knowledge to kind of help students navigate things at home, and honestly just so you know how to navigate the Canvas page, because your student does know how to navigate the Canvas page, and I know sometimes they will come home and tell you, well, they just don't know where to find things. Well, I'm going to show you where to find things, so when they tell you they don't know how to find things, you can go, oh, well, I know how to find things, and then they can get some things done. So, when you go to my Canvas page, when you select it, this is what the students are going to see. All right, this is actually the student view. So this is what they see. Any announcements that I've made are up here. These are older announcements. I actually need to go delete those. But any announcements I post will be here. And what you're going to want to do, almost everything or everywhere that you need to go can be found down here. So this is my Welcome to Georgia Studies. And then you have these 4 blocks, all right? You have modules, table of contents, Tapman Talks, lesson plans, missing work, and the syllabus. So let's go section by section. Modules is where I post all of their materials for the week. And I break it down by day. So let's take a look. So when you hit that, it'll take you to the modules, all the modules that they have. They have this page, which is just the page that they came from. Here are their study boxes. These are like study guides for their units. And then it's broken down by week. Let's go to the most current week, which is week 8. All right. So as you can see, breaks it down by week. Here are all the materials that they would have needed to complete for Monday's assignment, or to things that we went over for Monday. I break it down Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So anytime that they're absent, if they have access to a computer and can get on Canvas, this is a great way for them to just stay in the know. They may not be able to complete the assignment, but if the kids like read an article, they can read that article and stay on track with that content, and at least stay familiar with it. So when they do have to go back to do the assignment, they're not having to play catch up with the material as well. So that is where you can find most of the material for the weeks and the days of the week for my class. Table of contents. You may have seen on my Tapman Talks that we keep a notebook, an interactive notebook, where students get handouts, and they glue these handouts in. It's kind of like their big study guide for my course, which is great when it comes to milestones time. So I keep a table of contents. So if they're coming up on a notebook check, which you guys are informed about through the Tapman Talks, I will tell you what numbers that I'm going to be checking, and this is how they can make sure that their notebook is where it needs to be. Click on Table of Contents, and it's going to take you to a page that keeps a running table of contents. So for example, we're in Unit 4 right now, so we're starting with 16. So our next notebook check will be 16 through whatever we end up with. We're not stopping at 19, but we'll start with 16. So what students can do is they can click on these links with these numbers, and it'll actually take them to the page that is supposed to be in the notebook. Now, they still have to fill it out. And what 9 times out of 10 happens, they have these pages and they're shoved in their book bag. And they're either fully completed or partially completed. So this kind of helps them go, oh, okay, cool. This is what I need. This is what I need to look for to get my notebook in order. So they have this at their disposal. So they can always keep up with what is in their notebook, and they can actually physically see what is supposed to be in their notebook. All right, so let's go back to home. The next section is the Tapman Talk section. I'm not going to click on it because I literally just put the same video up that I send you guys through Remind. So students have access to that video all week long, and then I change it out. Lesson plans. Lesson plans will take you to my lesson plans. However, what this does is it takes you to the class notebook, the OneNote, and students have to log in through the link on here. Let's see what it looks like on the student view. Yeah, so it'll say sign into OneNote. It'll open my class notebook, and there will be a section called lesson plans, and each week's lesson plan is placed there, so you have access to look at the lesson plan if you would like. The learning targets and all of those things. However, that usually is very much aligned with the Tapman Talk that I send you guys every Sunday. All right, going back. Here's another important one. This is the missing work section. All right. If your student has a missing assignment in the gradebook, at least in the progressive section, this is where they need to go. All right. So when they say, well, I don't know what that is. Okay, we'll go to the missing work list. What you will notice in Infinite Campus is that there are numbers in front of each assignment of the title, right? So like number 1, yada, yada, yada. Number 2, yada, yada, yada. That number correlates with the number on this list. So if you go to Infinite Campus and it says that your student is missing number 7 in their notebook, or 7 in the gradebook, it's their Independent Learning Day assignment. They come to the missing assignment list. Here's they go to number 7. They click number 7, and lo and behold, it'll take you to the assignment. Some of the assignments are paper assignments. So if you don't have access to a printer, a student can most certainly kind of create their own, or I keep extra copies on hand in a crate in my classroom. So they don't necessarily have to print it out, but at least it shows them what they need to do. Same with the notebook checks. If a student is missing a notebook check, if you click on the link, it will tell you exactly what that notebook check was for. So Unit 2 notebook check was pages 1 through 5. And then, of course, if you click on these links, it'll take you to those pages. So students absolutely have complete access to get any of their missing assignments taken care of. And then I think the last section is the syllabus. It literally just takes you to my syllabus, which lays out all of the units that we're going to be doing. If you came to open house, you got a paper copy of that. Students were given a paper copy at the beginning of the school year, but if you're a student that came in a little bit later, you may not have gotten one. If you're interested, you most certainly can go check out the syllabus. So, with that being said, I wanted to make this video. I know it was a little lengthy, but it's a lot of good information for you as a parent to help keep your child on track in my class. I do the best that I can when I have them and help them as much as I can when I have them. But I also want you as the parent to be informed, really, so when they tell you they don't know, because they really do know, I promise you they do know, because I've given them the same exact tutorial several times in my classroom about my Canvas page, you also know. So, I hope this has been informative. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Canvas page, or how to navigate it, please send me an email or a remind, and I'll be happy to help. So thank you so much, and yeah, have a great day.